Hi, I'm Christy Barker. I'm the Director of Education and Programming here at the Biblical History Center, as well as the Curator. And this is one of our lovely docents, Carol Kane, who frequently gives wonderful tours here, very highly rated in your comment cards that she does a great job.
Thank you.
And she often comes to me at the end of her tours with questions about whatever the guests ask her, more in-depth questions, something that we usually don't offer on the tour. And so that has inspired us to start a segment now called Carol's
Question.
Corner.
We have a new name. I thought it was Carol's Question of the Day, but
Yes,
Carol's Corner,
Question.
where there are questions of the day.
My bad.
That's the full title. So it is fun. I consider myself a lifelong learner, and that's part of the joy of my working here and being here, because I am working with people who are coming for the first time, but my mind is constantly being open to new ideas and new facts. So one of the first things that happened to me when I started working here about 2 years ago, someone said to me, I see the house. You've shown us the 4 rooms of the house. You've shown us the gatekeeper's office, but you didn't show us where the bathroom is. And my eyes got big, my mouth dropped open, and I went, I don't know. And so I quickly went to my boss, to Christy, and said, Christy, where's the bathroom in the house? And here's what she said.
So I pointed Carol out to this little nook over here. It looks kind of like a closet. And this is what we have set up for the ancient bathroom. So public toilets would be much more expansive than this, and they would have seats set up with water flowing underneath where one could sit and do their business, but this would be one for a house. So there would either be a hole going into the ground, or it suited us to have a pot like this to collect the refuse. And the person would usually have a sponge on a stick, like the one that you see here, to wipe and clean. So
Is this community toilet paper?
yes, so everyone's using the same sponge on a stick. They would have the ability to maybe rinse it off sometimes between uses, but if you don't have flowing water, you know, how good of a rinse is that if you're all rinsing your sponge in the same water? So it's not the most sanitary of purposes. And then say this pot, you know, after the end of the day, you want to get rid of it, it's smelly. You would either, in more Roman cities, you would just dump it in the street to get rid of it. Or
Great.
you would, if you're living in a little bit more cleaner Jewish city, you might actually try and take it out of the city through the dung gate and throw it in the city's dump.
Now, you also mentioned this was like a trash disposal. So tell me about that.
Yes, so in many ancient houses, we actually find that if they have a bathroom like this, that is not a pot, a chamber pot type situation where it's actually a hole that goes down into the ground, much like what we see in outhouses of early America, they would also use this hole in the ground kind of like a garbage disposal. So we often find toilets to actually be really close to kitchens, which sounds very unsanitary to us today, but it's because it served a multi-purpose. It wasn't just to get rid of human waste, it was to get rid of food waste. So some of the toilets uncovered in Pompeii also contained pork bones, you know, skins from foods that you have, you know, fruits and things that you've peeled, chicken bones, that type of thing.
Okay, now I have the answer, and I'm almost wishing I didn't. But I'm feeling very lucky about the bathrooms we do have. Thank you for joining me in Carol's Corner for Carol's Question of the Day.